guys about pet adoption. Okay, I want you to take a look at these guys for just a second and think about what they have in common. Other than the fact that they're really cute and people see them as mean. So just think about that for a second. Don't say it out, just think. Okay. And it's their heads. They all have that box-shaped face. Now, in Montreal recently, which is Montreal in Canada, so just go ahead, next slide. It's right there, almost in the United States. Now recently, Montreal has passed a pit bull ban, which it didn't really give you much of a description as what it is, other than the fact that any animal with a box-shaped head, such as boxers and Rottweilers and pit bulls and Great Danes and the like, are no longer allowed as household pets unless you have a special permit, which requires a lot of money, which a lot of people do not have. So, hundreds upon thousands of dogs, such as Rottweilers and pit bulls, are all thrown into kill shelters because of the fact that they have a box head. Now, everyone likes puppies, but for older dogs in kill shelters, they might never get a chance at being in a loving family before they are killed because they are not wanted. Now, according to NPR.org, there was an interview between the host Ari Shapiro and Bronwyn Dickey, who's the author of Pitbull Battle over American Icon. And they're talking about this actually. They were saying like how it got started, why just all of a sudden happened over just a period of a month because of one pit bull attack. And so she asked, why do you think this particular pit bull have been put in particular niches? And basically what he's saying is that it's because during the 1980s when the drug bust or the drug war was going on, the media decided to classify the pit bulls, which are scary, and relate them to lower class and middle class citizens. So that way it puts lower middle class citizens as a bad reputation because of the bad dogs. So dogs didn't do anything, it's just that the media wanted to gain money and more attention, so they just put them with the lower class. So, and many people do not know about Warrensburg's animal, or here, I'll just actually do this. Okay, but I will tell you now the real reason of why it happened. So, according to WashingtonPost.com, Fareed Benenzati, I can't pronounce it right, he was walking home one day and he saw one of the neighborhood dogs out in the backyard playing with something. But he's like, okay, he's just playing. But it kept going. So he was a little concerned, so he walked over there and he saw that it was covered in blood and human hair. He said that it was hard to see, but I knew it was a woman's body, and I saw blood and the dog was still attacking it. So basically they found out that it was his neighbor, who was a 55-year-old woman, and they shot the dog to death, which they described as a pit bull. Now, these are the statistics I found according to ASPCA.org. Approximately 7.6 million companion animals enter the animal shelter, and approximately those are 3.9 million dogs and 3.4 million cats. Now, each year, 2.7 million animals are euthanized. That's more than half the animals that go in there. And 1.2 million are dogs and 1.4 million are cats. Those are a lot of animals thrown into kill shelters. And that's just in America. That's not even including all the animals that are in Montreal. So, and although people do not know very much about Warrensburg because, they don't really live here, they just come here. So, the reason why people don't know about the animal shelter and the animal hospital here are because Warrensburg is such a small town. And so, Warrensburg Animal Shelter, there's their phone number and their address, and they're right next to each other. But the difference between the animal shelter and the animal rescue shelter is that the animal shelter is where they put all the other dogs and puppies and stuff in the kennels and everything. But the rescue shelter is where they put the dogs that are brought in from animal control that are hurt, need to be kept away from the other dogs or the cats because they're injured and the others might attack them. Okay. Now, and this is my dog Jake. Now, he is half Great Dane, half Lab, and he fits the description of Montreal's pit bull ban. He is the biggest baby in the world. You walk up in a hat and he's afraid he'll run back into the house if you wear a hat because he can't see your face. So, and I don't know about you guys, but he does not look like a mutt that would attack someone and kill you just because you're a human. In fact, he'd probably just smile at you and wait till you pet him and sniff your hand for a treat. So, if I lived in Montreal, he'd be taken away just because he fits the pit bull ban. And although dogs are living companions, them a bad rep because a few dog attacks happened, and 1 or 2 dogs should not have the ability to overshadow every single dog. And if you're really looking for an animal, go to kill shelter, because all they want is a loving family, and they're not going to live past the 3-month mark when they're walked in the back room and he's nice, and everything goes dark. So adopt instead of looking for puppies.